Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 105 FH18B2, the French Tier 5 premium SPG that most people know as a Leffy or a leaf blower, and Arty players know it as Kpfw. Well, this one's located on the north spawn of Murovanka and it's under the command of ProvoBob. But this is less about the battle and more about the fact that he's about to get trolled by one of the members of his own team. Yep, there's a Panzer IV on this team who wants to troll him and comes over and makes himself known. And here he comes, Fisherman Dan. Now, as you know, there's been a lot of bots on the Southeast Asia server, or the Australian server, and I'm afraid this is one of the real people. Yeah, you can't get bots to perform like that idiot. He's got 3 marks on his barrel and he's acting like a troll. And whilst he's doing what he's doing, ProvoBob can't play the game. Now, it may appear that he's gone away because you can't see him at the moment, but he is still there. Yep, you can see on the mini-map that his little dot is alongside ProvoBob. But since ProvoBob is built on a heavy tank hull, it's very difficult for a Panzer IV a medium tank, to push him about. So ProvoBob, well, he's trying to carry on his battle as much as he can. Obviously getting jogged about quite a bit. But all that Fisherman Dan is doing, oh, he's upset ProvoBob enough that he's actually fired into him. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing that, because if you do, you lose the ability to get a high caliber. Well, now, since he can't play because Fisherman Dan is just making it impossible, he's decided to go into a face hug with him. And hopefully Fisherman Dan will eventually get tired and drive away. He's certainly not going to be able to push about ProvoBob that much, because after all, he just doesn't have the weight to do that. The Fifi, or Leffy as most people would know it, is actually weighs over 30 tons because it's a French heavy tank. And you can even see there he was trying to barrel block ProvoBob, but again, that's not even going to work because Wargaming took that out of the game. Now, somebody was saying to me the other day, they were saying, well, we would quite happily get rid of team damage so that they could do some legitimate damage to somebody who was being a troll like this. But then the problem is that how do you stop people from attacking Arty and deliberately doing team damage to Arty? You can see there he managed to get a critical hit on an AMX-40, even when he was being on the move and being chased by this Panzer IV. So the answer for Wargaming is, what they've got to do is, whenever they find a troll like Fisherman Dan, is you could just reset them so they have to start all over again from tier 1, lose all their 3 marks, lose everything that they've earned, and basically they just have to start again. Or you can permanently ban them, ban this account, which would force them to do the same thing anyway. And the Panzer IV is still there. It's just a quirk of the mods that unfortunately they disappear. He's still there, yep, you see. He just rammed ProvoBob. Now the team is winning despite this guy being a complete asshat. I know that's what he's trying to provoke, you see. He's trying to provoke ProvoBob into shooting at him so he can claim that ProvoBob is as bad as he is. But the answer is not to do that at all. Not to respond to them, to try and drive away from them. If they refuse to drive away and they carry on doing what they're doing, you just send in the replay and we have the people filmed so they appear on YouTube, and then Wargaming can do something about it at their leisure. But then everyone will know that Fisherman Dan, or fisherdan, is a complete idiot. And if they come across him in battle, they know to take avoiding action. And certainly not to assist them, certainly never to platoon with them. They don't deserve to platoon because they act like idiots. You'd think that if this guy stayed in the game long enough to get a third mark on a Panzer IV-H, that he would know better than to actually attack one of his own teammates purely for the fun of trolling them. It's almost like he's trying to lose this battle intentionally, but of course he's not losing it because the rest of the players are actually quite good. Even ProvoBob's managed to get some hits on the enemy even while he was being trolled. Well, the battle's almost over because there's only 3 enemies left, and ProvoBob again loses his cool and fires at the nasty little troll. As I say, just don't do that. Don't respond. Don't waste any ammo on them. Now that Wargaming has taken team damage out of the game, it's not possible for him to harm you, and it's not possible for you to harm him. All you're doing is wasting your own credits and preventing you from getting a high caliber. Now, you actually suffered some damage there from his own shells on himself. And so you see, what he's trying to do is he's trying to get you to damage yourself. And the team have won, so the game is over. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, here's the end of battle stats. You can see they did manage to get at least 1 hit on that AMX-40. Damaged 2 modules and did pick up 163 hit points of damage during the game. But his win rate was only 294 as a result because, of course, he was prevented from shooting any other enemies. And you can see the end of battle data. The player with the least damage in the game, well, yes, of course, it happens to be our 3 marked troll. fisherdan only did 0 damage on the enemy, 0 kills, and only 151 XP for turning up. And the ProvoBob actually did get some damage, no kills, but he did get some XP. And the top scorer was that T67. He managed to pick up a high caliber and top gun for 457 hit points and 6 kills and 908 XP. Now, he did come away with a small loss in that battle, mainly because he was firing at that Panzer IV-H and he suffered some damage as a result because of the blast back from the shells. As I said, don't fire at the enemy. If you fire at the enemy, you're actually going to lose credits because you can see the amount of credits he lost was actually less than the amount of the ammunition he expended. And he did earn some XP from the battle, so it wasn't a total loss altogether. Normally in these sort of battles, it is a total loss, but on this occasion, it's not. So there you go. We've found another troll for you. If you come across this person, fisherdan, he's on the SEA server or Asia server. If you come across this person, he's a troll and treat him as such. And if he happens to be on the enemy team, just send all your shells at him so he gets to feel what it really is like to be focused upon by Arty until he's out the game and he has to find a new one. I think if this guy gets killed often enough by Arty, he'll realise that yes, it was not a smart move to act as a troll and annoy one of them. Thanks for watching.